what's up everybody, and today we're going to be taking a look at my custom Shadow the Hedgehog and plus the bike that I got for this Shadow. So this is a bit of a custom showcase here. I decided to paint up one of my Shadow figures, the regular one, to be a little bit more movie accurate. And then I decided to get a bike for him because even though they did come out with a Shadow on the motorcycle, figure and stuff like that, the bike just wasn't accurate. And I've seen a lot of people get this one and say it's, pretty good and works pretty decently well. So I wanted to get it for myself. And so that's what we got going on here. With the light here, you can see a lot of the blue that I did on Shadow there. But I promise you, when the light's off, and I will show that here, that the blue kind of goes away a little bit. I did that because in the movie, he kind of has a little bit of a blue kind of look to him, which I'll show right here, just to kind of prove my point, because I showed this custom to my brother. My brother was like, "You used too much blue, you did this, it looks splotchy." No, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's shading. Because he was like telling me, like, you should only add a little bits here and there, but then it would just look strange. It'd be really, really strange. But nonetheless, I say let's take a look at the bike first, since the figure is probably going to be a little bit more exciting. So getting straight into the bike, which is a Ducati. This bike is really, really, really awesome. So let's go over the details of the bike. First and foremost, I'll just put this kickstand up. It's a very nice looking bike. It's got this nice matte finish. This whole piece right here is like die cast. It's got the Ducati. Actually, it doesn't even say Ducati, it says Ducati. Oh well. Yeah, it has some very, very nice. Is it actually a Ducati or is it something else? I don't know. Maybe it actually is a Ducati, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a Ducati. Anyway, besides me being stupid and unintelligent when it comes to vehicles, I am very intelligent though in detail. So it has this very nice chrome around the wheel section there. Super nice. There's like vent work on the inside there too. I don't know if you can see that. This thing just looks really, 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 really cool. Nice little kind of wheel guard thing there. It does actually have shocks, like working shocks, which is pretty crazy. Same with the kind of back here, but that's mainly a button, which I will get to. And it does have this like working like bike chain, which is pretty sick. I love the silver paint here and this like matte black with all the red logoing and whatnot. Very nice, red trim and silver at the top here. Same with the red trim at the back. Tail lights are picked out in silver. Wish it was, red, but that's fine. Got some very nice detail work too here on the inside, which is very nice. Some nice little vents going on there. The front here, it's a little bit like scuffed on the glass here and a little bit dirty. But that's how it came. You got nice little red trim going on there. Some really nice looking headlights. Some of these like little fin things. Don't know what those are. And same thing around the side here. Got some gold details, some more little silver bits, some more little mechanical details here and there. I won't go too crazy with this bike detail because it's a bike. You expect there to be a decent amount of detail on it. Got this very nice gold up and around here. Got all the gauges and stuff at the top there, all picked up very nice. And of course this does, move around, which is very cool. And that, moves around the wheel section there. Again, these shocks are just really, really, really nice. Got some nice little mirrors here with some little silver on there. And it does, of course, roll, as, all vehicles should roll. But the tires are actually rubber. These are actually rubber tires, which is very cool too. And then he has like a little oh, wrong side. Just like a little kickstand. You could flip that down and, place the bike if you want there. And it does look very nice, just propped up. So just putting that back. You will notice there's a little pull tab right here. That's because it has lights and sounds. Now, fair warning, it's going to be very annoying. It's going to sound annoying. That's why I have the pull tab in. But we're going to take that out. And then, using this back wheel as the button, get ready. And that is pretty much the lights and sounds. So we'll do that one more time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. We'll wait for that to go off, and then I'll put the pull tab back in. Okay, any minute now. There we go. And pull tab is going back in, and it can't make any more noise now. I kind of wish that, it was just lights and, maybe no sound, because that sound is really annoying. That's pretty much it for the bike. So let's move on to the figure, and, I'll tell you what I customized and what I did, and, we'll, put him on the bike. So, moving straight into the figure. Now I'm going to show you what all I did to it, and, just kind of go in detail with a lot of the paintwork that went into it. So this is just the base custom, just the regular Shadow figure, the single pack one. It's not the light up one. It's not the one that came with the bike. It's just the basic figure. This thing took a long time to do, about like 5+ hours. I haven't decided if I want to add a matte finish to the body minus the hands and feet, because I already washed those and that gives it a finish itself, or the cuffs, because I know sometimes when I touch the gold cuffs that a little bit of gold comes on my fingers, but that's just the natural way of things when you use like an oil based paint, since I use testers for a lot of my customs. But anyway, going over what I did, basically I kind of dry brushed this like dark blue on all the black sections for the most part, because of course, when I showed you the picture in the beginning of the video, of this video, of the actual model of the CGI model of Shadow, he has this kind of like bluish to him when a light hits him in certain ways. With my ring light on here, it just comes off as like, kind of bluish, but when the light's off, which I'll show in a second, it comes off a little bit more, black with that blue hue, which is what I was trying to go for. And I actually got that idea from this guy right here, which I will put up his channel, so you want to check him out. He did do a custom video of doing pretty much all 4 of the Sonic figures from the movie. He also re-uploaded a video fixing them, so if you want to check that guy's channel out, that is what I got the idea to do the blue shading from. But taking a look here, got that blue kind of shading all throughout. If you guys have seen my Mayfix Venom video that I just recently dropped, it's kind of similar to the Mayfix Venom shading. I used a very almost similar type of color, but I just did it pretty much all around in every little spot that I feel like light would hit pretty well. And I just dry brushed it lightly, even though it looks like I covered it. It's definitely dry brushed. It's just the nature of the actual color of black that this figure already was. But yeah, I mean, I think it came out pretty well. I actually do quite like it. Don't know how to fix the eyes. I don't even want to try or bothers, because I don't want to break my figure. I just wish it was like the light up one, because of course the light up one had full on eyes, but this one, for some reason, they decided to cut it off, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, going down here towards the gloves, gave it like a black wash, and of course I colored the inhibitor rings with the gold to better match the movie. So I wore the gloves out. I think I may have went a little too heavy with some of the wash, so I might try to see if I can dim that down just a little bit, but I just wanted to accentuate a lot of the detail on the gloves themselves. Then going down to the foot, Of course, kind of the same method for the inhibitor ring and, of course, the cuffs there of the shoes. And I gave the entire, well, not the entire shoe, but the white section here a wash. I think the shoes came out great. The shoes are absolutely fantastic. It's mainly just the gloves that I may have went a little too heavy on. So I think the shoes are fine. But I did, to make this like a kind of almost, what is it? Metallic red kind of look to the shoes like he has in the movie. I chromed them out first, and then I used like a red Sharpie, and I just went over it with red Sharpie, so it's kind of like a chrome red. And I added a wash on top of it to kind of seal it and also give it that kind of grungy, dirty feel to it. And I think those came out pretty well. And I'm actually quite happy with it because I could not find a paint that would be like that metallic red. So this was a pretty easy alternative for the materials that I only had in my room at the time. And then at the bottom here, pretty much the same concept. I didn't get like on the inside where the thrusters are at. I just washed those out, so those are pretty much fine. And they kind of match a little bit too. But I did every single little thruster in gold and then gave it a wash. So that way it's looking very nice and accentuated and everything like that. But that is pretty much what I did for this figure. And I think it came out pretty, quite well. And comparing it, of course, to just the regular, this is the light up figure, but it has the same paint as the normal one. Just kind of comparing, like the shoes and stuff like that. You can see that there is a pretty vast difference in the realism, of course, with the gloves and stuff too, and the overall fur and whatnot. But it was a pretty fun custom to make. But anyway, let's move on to putting him on the bike. So, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not an easy task at all. Now, since this is pretty much the same figure as the light-up figure for the most part, the waist does not really move that much on there. And by doing this on camera, I don't want to scratch any of my paint on him. So, technically, I'm going to show you the custom figure on the bike, but I'm going to do that off camera. But I am going to show you putting on this figure, which is, of course, the light-up one. Getting a figure like this on the actual bike is a little bit of a challenge. It's not an easy feat at all whatsoever. Mainly due to the fact that the bike, I think, might be a little bit big. So trying to get him in there and, in a normal kind of position is a little bit of a task. Because these fingers don't really clamp on to the actual handles, which is a little bit, a little bit of a bummer. And of course the feet here are a little bit long. But, see, it looks fine from this side. But then if I were to turn it around, then it looks a little bit off on this side. Not by much. But you can kind of get the idea of, putting this type of a figure on the bike. Because the problem is, he's going to be looking down the whole time, which kind of sucks. But I will put the custom figure on the bike off screen, just so I don't want to chip any paint on camera here, because then I'm going to have to fix it afterwards. But I will be right back with the custom figure on the bike. And of course, here's the custom figure on the bike. It's no easy feat at all. It's actually quite of an annoyance to actually get the figure on the bike, and I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to scratch any paint. I'm trying to hold him here too, so that way he doesn't, fall off. But you can kind of see it's a little bit more difficult. I don't know, the light-up figure actually kind of went on the bike a little bit easier. But I'm sure with enough finagling and stuff like that, I could probably get it to look perfect. But unfortunately, he's going to be looking down, and, I feel like the bike may be a little bit oversized in certain areas. Either that or he cannot split that much. But that is pretty much it for the kind of showcase of my, recently more movie accurately done custom shadow figure. Hope you guys did enjoy. It was a pretty fun custom to make, very simple but fun. Actually, I wouldn't really say simple because of, just making sure I get the right color for shading, and then having the, she wants to stand, and then having the, metallic red work and everything and whatnot. But it was a very fun custom to make. Actually, I did kind of forget to show the shading with my light off. So here, of course, is with the ring light off. Now I do have a light shining down because this is my bedroom room. But you can see he is more black, and on this side it's like more black, and then this side's more of that blue because it's showing the color shading off. But that is pretty much how he looks with the light off. Now turn that back on. This is pretty much the end of the video now. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to follow my Insta and my TikTok, where I post all my action figure pictures and my little action figure TikToks and stuff like that, just showing some poses off. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.